Welcome back to Fast Track. I'm Sarah Haynes.
And I'm Joe Perello. Now, here's Sam Kapinski with this week's edition of Cooking on Campus.
Hello, welcome to Cooking on Campus. I'm Sam Kapinski. Check out my new digs. What do you think? I think it looks pretty cool. I think I look like a pro. So how about we go back in this kitchen and cook some food up like a pro? Come on, let's do this. So today, we're gonna make my famous chili. And with the winter months upon us, we're gonna need a little bit of spice to stay warm. So here's what you're gonna need. Grab 2 cans of chili-style diced tomatoes, a can of low-sodium black beans and a can of low-sodium chili beans, a can of chili, and a can of chili-style tomato sauce. Then whatever veggies and seasoning you like. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm gonna add about 1.5 pounds of meat because I really like meat in my chili. It just makes it heartier. I also like noodles in my chili. It's just not chili without noodles. So I'm going to throw in some elbow macaroni a lot as well. We'll start by browning our meat because that'll probably take the longest. And then after that, we'll go ahead and start our water for the noodles. Now once we're done with the veggies, we'll put them in our frying pan so they can start to saute a little bit. In you go. Let's do this, veggies. We're going to go ahead and start putting in our ingredients, our sauces. So we've got our diced tomatoes, we've got our chili. Get on in there, chili. There you go. Ugh. We got our black beans. Yummy. We got our chili beans. We got more diced tomatoes. That's what I'm talking about. And then we got our tomato sauce. Oh man. Now, I've also got my noodles ready, so I'm just going to go ahead and toss those in right now while I'm at it. So I just got done straining our beef, so that's about ready to go in. So we'll just go ahead and dump this right over here. I'll just go ahead and dump these on there. You're going to need a big pot. You're going to need a real big pot. That's for certain. So we'll go ahead and give this one last good little stir just to make sure all the spices have gotten a chance to meet each other and meet all the different ingredients in here. And then we'll scoop out a couple bowls of this stuff and chow down. Looks like we're about ready to go. Top it off with a little bit of shredded cheese. Maybe some saltines. I don't know. Go crazy. This is gourmet chili. Do what you want. You just gotta remember these 3 things. It's cheap, it's easy, a little bit cheesy. It's cooking on campus. For Fast Track News, I'm Sam Kapinski.
Taking a few minutes out of your workday to surf social networking websites may sound harmless enough, but just how much is it costing your boss? CNN Errol Barnett has the answer that may surprise you.
All those tweets that you're sending and crops you're growing on Farmville, one of the most popular games on Facebook, that is wasting your company's time. No big surprise, right? Well, you might think so when you realize just how much time and money it's costing your bosses. According to a new survey just released by an IT research firm in the UK, they surveyed almost 1,500 employees. Here's what they found. More than half admitted to using a social network every day at work, and they average spending about 40 minutes per week on these social sites for themselves. But they said other people at work spend up to an hour a week. The more serious findings were that a third said they've seen, quote, sensitive company information posted on social networks. And the price tag for all of this is huge. It costs more than $2.2 billion a year because of lost productivity. That's almost 1.4 billion pounds. But the researchers said the true cost to the economy as a whole could actually be much larger. One of the problems they identified is that about 3/4 of the employees surveyed said their bosses just don't have any rules about using Twitter at work. And that's what these researchers want to aim to change. One of them said, look, when it comes to an office environment, the use of these sites is clearly becoming a productivity black hole. Businesses shouldn't turn a blind eye. And a rep for an employment placing firm says, as long as the younger generation joins the workplace, businesses will inevitably have to embrace social networks and recognize the benefits. David says some of those benefits are well-deserved downtime or networking within your industry. So what do you think? Is using social networks while at work a waste of time or a necessity? Send me your thoughts at @ErrolCNN on Twitter. but you probably shouldn't do that while you're at work. From the CNN Center, I'm Errol Barnett.
And now, to let you know what's happening around campus, here are Janae Lee and Eric Cerule with this week's community calendar.
Good evening and welcome to this week's community calendar. In the next few days, Purdue is welcoming some very special musical guests.
And for all of our talented Boilermakers, the PMU Starbucks has a special night just for you.
But first, the supply drive for Mental Health of America at Tippecanoe County, which is sponsored by Purdue's Psychology Club, will be taking donations at their drop-off sites November 2nd through the 4th at the Stewart Center lobby or in the Class of 50 lecture hall. Donations of laundry detergent will be appreciated along with other daily household items.
On Tuesday, November 3rd, the Dean of Northwestern's Graduate School of Humanities will be speaking in the Craner Auditorium about the history of the Balkans region. The lecture, entitled The Balkans from the Beginning to the End, will put the developments and conflicts in the Balkans region into historical perspective. Admission is free, and the lecture will begin at 7 p.m.
On November 4th, from 7 to 9, the Purdue Student Union Board will present Starbucks Open Mic Night. The event will be held in the Union between the seating areas of Pappy's and Starbucks. Anyone who wishes can enter a slot and do anything from play guitar to rap or perform stand-up comedy.
The Cancer, Culture, and Community event will be taking place on Thursday, November 5th at 7:30 p.m. in Fowler, featuring a lecture reading by poet Donald Hall. This event is meant to raise awareness and support for cancer survivors and is sponsored by the Discovery Park Oncological Sciences, the College of Liberal Arts, the Department of English, and the Purdue Cancer Center, along with other area health organizations.
Purdue Convocations is presenting the Afara String Quartet on November 5th from 7:30 at the Low Playhouse. Afara is an all-Canadian quartet and the winner of the 2008 Concert Artists Guild International Competition. They perform dramatic programs that feature works by Beethoven, Mendelssohn, Puccini, and John Thorne. Tickets are $12 and can be purchased at all campus offices and through Ticketmaster.
Purdue is also welcoming the David Brubeck Quartet on Saturday, November 7th, 8 p.m. at Low Playhouse. Brubeck has been described as a true jazz icon. The Chicago Tribune quotes the 88-year-old as a musician who has always been delighted in crossing musical boundaries that lesser artists fear. Tickets are on sale at the campus box offices as well as through Ticketmaster. Ticket prices range from $35 to $85 for general public seating and $24 to $45 for students and children.
That's all we have for you tonight, and as always, you can find this week's local events on our website.
And don't forget to stop by our Facebook fan page to submit your organization's upcoming events for future calendars.
Now back to the studio.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Fast Track.
And a special thanks to all of our friends from the College Mentors for Kids program. Have a great week, everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.